So, hello everyone, Rohit Soni this side, back again on the 19th day of the 21 days continuous content that I told you and I promised you, and since now everyone has been loving the content, okay? So, keep tuning in for the best of the best content I'll be giving to you on the Rohit Soni EntreLeadership Vision that changed lives, okay? So, today's topic is inspired from what I do see on an every single day basis in my life, okay? I do see this thing every single day, even if I'm scrolling on Instagram, I see that. Even if I'm scrolling on Facebook, WhatsApp, I see it everywhere where I'll go. Right now I won't be able to go anywhere, but yeah, whenever I open my social networks, so I see that almost every single time. So what is that, okay? Why you don't get what you want, okay? You see all that on your feed every single day, okay? That is absolutely something that you should not be worried about anymore. But why you don't get everything that you want, okay? Why you don't get what you really want out of this life? There's a big reason for that, okay? Because first of all, you are not taking action, okay? Right now I'm gonna say deliver a story to you regarding this, and I guess you'll get the maximum out of what I'll say, okay? So this is a story of a person who wants to be an athlete, okay? What happens is that initially in the first 4 to 5 days, once he gets into his training, he wants to be an Olympic star, okay? He wants to be an Olympic gold medalist. What happens with that is that in 3 to 4 days he starts thinking, yeah, he is doing a lot, let's do it the next day. Not do it today, let's do it the next day. And there comes the procrastination. And what happens when you are a person, when you're going to achieve your goals, what happens with you is that when you say that, yeah, I'll achieve this thing or I'll do this step next day, what happens with you is that your mind is directed into a way, yeah, well, I'll do it tomorrow, so it is feeling relaxed here. And when it is feeling relaxed without any reason, without any work ethic, you are gonna feel bad. And what happens after that? That player keeps on procrastinating just like that. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And that's what happens, and that what leads to be the biggest roadblock of getting into the way of what you actually want out of this life. Suppose you want to be a big movie star. What happens with you is that once you started getting roadblocks in your movie career initially, once you are not getting the roles that you want, once you're not getting what you really want, your belief starts to diminish. What happens after that is you feel repressed, and repression tells you to just quit that thing, okay? And this is where you're not getting what you really want out of this life, okay? And if you really want to get what needs to be out of this life, then you need to learn. You need to go all the way back to the basics that you were learning, and you all need to combine it with some consistency that's going to give you some results, okay? Because without consistency and without work ethics, nothing is going to change in your life. You will stay the way you are, and no one can change you in that case, okay? So that is the first thing, that without work ethics and without consistency, you won't be able to achieve that results like that athlete and like that movie star that who wants to succeed in their respective professions, okay? Second thing is procrastination is the biggest roadblock that you're currently having, that is stopping you from getting what you really want out of this life, okay? Procrastination is the biggest single biggest problem that I'm telling you is with almost many people, with almost all the people, I'll say, even sometimes with me. And this is the biggest root cause for almost every problem, that you think that you are going to do it on a later basis. Once you put something on a later basis, you'll feel that you will get that workload over and over, and that workload will pile up, and it will be a big work for you to do at the end of the day. And then once you see that this is all piled up work that I have to do once, then you feel like, let's just do it tomorrow. And this is where the biggest problem comes, that you just don't get to complete the work that you were having, the task that you were having to achieve your goals and your mission, okay? So just don't let that work pile up. There's a big solution for that I'm going to tell right now, straight away, is that just do that thing right away. If you are not doing that thing right away, then you will feel, yeah, I should do it later again, and that's just BS and not gonna work for you. So my bigger advice here is that just do it right now, so that you can collectively go on, and small steps will lead to a bigger result for you, and you will get what you want. Third is that if you are not doing the stuff that you currently have in your profession, in your mission, in your goals that you really want out of this life, you are gonna feel empty. Once as we start feeling empty, we have this tendency to take almost every single thing negatively. It must have happened with you when you are not completing the work that has been given to you. You started feeling negatively. You start behaving bad with others. Okay, even if you are an adult, what happens with you is that you start shouting on your children. In that case, if you are not even completing your work, or even if you have this workload of your office, okay, there's a big reason for that. Is that either you are not following your passion, or either you are not having the work ethics that you really want to put into the mission that you are currently having. Okay, even if you are an entrepreneur, the only thing that I'll tell you, don't let that work pile up. Just complete it right now, so that you can move on to bigger and better things, and you will learn more and more skills later on. Okay, so this is an important thing for you. Don't let that work pile up, otherwise you'll absolutely feel empty, and that emptiness comes into the form of negativity that will destroy your path to success and will not let you get what you want out of this life. Okay, and the other thing is that the best thing that right now you can do is just think of the most important task that you are having right now. Think of the most and the biggest task that you should do right now, and keep believing in yourself, and you'll find a way. The only thing that I'll say is that once you are working on your goals and what you actually want in your life, you will have roadblocks, you will have problems, you will get knocked down. But only one thing that I can tell you that can inspire you. I don't want to motivate you here, because motivation is just like a drug that will be removed in your life in one day. It will be absolutely vanish in one day. Motivation is that kind of a stuff. But inspiration that I can tell you is you can take from the primal geniuses in the world, our respected Prime Minister. You can also take example of the biggest movie stars in the world. Okay, they have this work ethic. The best of the best athletes, they have this work ethic of just keep doing the work they have been doing consistently, and those small steps they have been taken is that success story that they are currently are. Okay, so the only thing that I'll say is that start taking actions that you want right now. Only then you'll be able to get what you want. Otherwise, you won't be getting anything that you want without work ethics, without consistency. By procrastinating, you'll feel empty, negativity will come into your life, and you'll absolutely be the person who wants to destroy himself out. I've seen many examples of people who have did that even in front of me since my childhood. Even if my cricketing days, even if my sporting days, even if my academic days, I've seen all that from initially. And the best thing that I'm going to tell you is even I'm trying my best to remove this procrastination, these things that are stopping me from achieving my goals from me every single day. I'm trying my best, and the only reason I'm speaking is that because I'm trying my best, and I'm just telling you that you can also try your best and just make the biggest and the most important change in your life of sticking somewhere and going somewhere. There's a difference between sticking somewhere and you want to go somewhere. If you want to go somewhere, you have to start moving. And that movement comes into the form of taking magnificent and significant actions that will propel you into a much bigger success. Okay, so just reminding you, all the 4 points is that the biggest reason you don't get what you want is without work ethics. You won't get anything. Without consistency, by procrastinating, you won't be able to get anything. You'll feel empty, then you'll start negative thoughts, and those negative thoughts pile up on other people as well. You'll start lashing out on other people regarding when you don't get that much of a success in your own work. And these are all the byproducts of the problems of just one thing, that is not taking action right now. Okay, so how you can overcome that? Just start doing it right now. Small steps will lead to a bigger thing, and consistency will lead to your bigger goals. You will get all those goals.